Initial reaction?
Excited, excited we got the opportunity, to play in postseason. Anytime you can get that, it gets a little bit, the intensity gets kicked up a little bit. So just very excited and fortunate that we get an opportunity.
Just, I guess, rematch against Northeastern. Been a long time since you played those guys, but what's kind of your thoughts about them, thinking back on when you played them the first time?
Yeah, well, Casey comes to mind. His performance was pretty spectacular. But I think it's a little bit kind of a confidence boost, especially being in a regional where it's a little bit the intensity's kicked up. Having an opponent that we've played before and we kind of know is a little bit comforting in that maybe some guys won't get a little bit too eager and stuff like that. They'll see, okay, we know them a little bit. So it should be a little bit easier for us in that sense.
Wanting to host and not getting to, does that give you an extra chip, or is that water under the bridge at this point?
A little bit. It's postseason play is postseason play. We're very fortunate to be in this position, and that's all we ever wanted was a chance. I think we were picked pretty low to finish in the SEC this year again. So to be in this position, I mean, host, no host, it doesn't really matter. It's all regional play now, and it's that goal at Omaha.
What do you guys think you need to do in the preparation between now and traveling to the regional?
I think get crisp. We had to play 4 straight days in Hoover, and that was, it was a little taxing on some guys, and it kind of felt like we kind of faded a little bit at the end of that. It was just it had been a long week and the rain delays and stuff like that. So I think getting crisp this week will be huge for us. Hoping for
no rain delays, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how Raleigh is, but hopefully there's not as much rain as Hoover.
How do you explain kind of the offensive woes early in a ball game, Luke? It just seems like early in the game you guys are trying to feel out a pitcher, but you just can't get anything going, especially in Hoover this past week.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I guess, baseball a little bit. Sometimes you get after them early, sometimes you don't, and I think the good takeaway from that is that we eventually we'll get after somebody, whether it's the first inning or the 9th inning. It just shows that guys are still punching, whether it doesn't matter what time in the game.
Luke, you guys can now kind of officially turn the page back to NCAA tournament, and I know that last season the way that finished has been a kind of a rallying point. Do you use that as motivation now heading into this tournament?
Oh yeah, a little bit. That was pretty burned in everybody's brains last year, the way that finished. So yeah, just very grateful that we have another opportunity to go and maybe write the script a little bit differently this year, and hopefully finish it out in a little bit better way.
That experience, how much does that help? Having gone through it and gone through the difficult situation now as you head into it again.
That was very tough last year. It was a tough place to play. Really competitive environment on the road. And so we had a lot of guys who were playing in that game who are back this year. So having guys who have been through that, and we've played some national seeds on the road this year, and so we've gotten a sense of what that environment's kind of going to be like, and it can only help the whole team going forward.
How prepared do you think conference play has made you? Because I know coaches talked all year, it's kind of like facing the NL East and the arms that you see in the SEC. So how do you think it's prepared you for more postseason play?
Yeah, no, that was what they had been talking about all year, was that it was basically like we were playing a super regional every weekend. And when you kind of looked at it, we were playing teams that were basically super regional caliber teams every weekend. And so when you think about it in that perspective, it can only help our mental standpoint going forward, and that we've gone through tough environments and tough opponents, and it's not that we're going to see anything we haven't seen.
Thanks, Luke.